Hello everyone, my name is Tom Blake and I'm a sergeant with the Syracuse Police Department, where I've been employed for the last 12 to 13 years. One of my many duties is heading up the ATV detail, and that's what I'm looking to speak with everyone about today. I know that the ATV problem in the city has been an issue for a while. Back many years ago, I worked in the Eastwood area where we saw a large number of those ATVs. At one point, I was approached by one of our deputy chiefs who asked, what is something we could do to make your jobs easier? At that point, I brought up the ATV problem. I had fielded numerous complaints. I had seen the reckless operation myself and realized something needed to be done. Put together a detail with kind of a scope of how we're going to be able to handle it and combat the problem. 3 years ago, we were able to put that plan into fruition, and we've had some excellent results with that. So hoping to speak to everybody about what an ATV is, why they cause a problem for us, and what the Syracuse Police Department is looking to do to combat that problem, and then lastly, what you can do to help us in that fight against the ATV stuff. So I'll start out with the definition of ATV. So basically how we have it defined here is that it's an all-terrain vehicle. Off-highway motorcycle is defined in section 125A of the New York State Vehicle and Traffic Law. Includes motorcycle type vehicles, motocross, dirt bikes, dune buggies, go-karts, and then importantly, any other type of motorized trail bike or vehicle that are manufactured for primarily off-roadway use. Again, these have been a huge problem for us over the past several years. We're seeing an increase in especially those pit bikes or mini bikes, as they call it. You'll see those commonly sold at Tractor Supply and other places such as that. So we see a lot of those. We're seeing a lot of four-wheeler usage, a lot of dirt bike usage all along the highway, both secondary roads and local roads as well. We're seeing a lot of reckless operation with that. 3 years ago, we started the detail, and we had some great success with it. We would get a group of officers that were interested in going out and combating the problem, typically 4 to 6 officers, usually double cars, and myself. And we would go out there basically looking for those ATVs that are being used not only on public highways but also in public parks and so on. And so we had some great success early on. We were able to get out there. I think the first year we removed 20-something ATVs. I know I have a statistics sheet here for 2021. We were able to take 33 of those off of the road during the season detail. So we keep a regular sheet on everything that we tow, who the operator was, and what the outcome was with that. So again, we saw some great success. However, due to the large number of complaints that were coming into both the mayor's office and the chief's office as well, we decided that we needed to do something else to further combat the problem. So with the help of Common Council, last year we were able to get a new local law passed for this, so that's we appreciate that very much. So in September, they came out with a new local law that basically kind of ups the penalties for usage of these ATVs within our city. So with those local laws, they have defined punishments for each one of the infractions. So for the first offense in the city, if you're caught on the roadway operating an ATV illegally, you are subject to a $500 fine. On the second offense, it's a $750 fine. And then lastly, the third and subsequent offenses after that are a $1,000 fine and possible imprisonment up to 1 year. And that could be both the fine and prison terms. So we'll also impound the vehicle, which we've done in the past, right? So those ATVs will get towed, so you'll be subject to, a excessive tow fee in some cases, plus for however long it takes for you to get that out of the impound yard, you're also responsible for the storage fees as well. So it can get pretty costly. Recently, a redemption fee was instituted as well. So in addition to the fine amounts for the local law charges, the New York State Vehicle and Traffic Law citations you may receive, there is also a redemption fee in place now of $2,000. So if a vehicle is taken, an ATV is taken from us or by us and impounded, in order to get that back, you have to pay that $2,000 redemption fee. So now the penalties are quite high. We are hoping that with taking these new steps that we're going to see a significant reduction. Again, so far this year, we have gotten 14 of these in a total of 4 details. We've gotten 14. We've cited a total of 28 citations out there. We've towed all 14 of those vehicles, and the vast majority of them also received that penalty. And so far this year, here's a small sampling of some of the ATVs that we've taken, just so you can see what that looks like, right? So ATV encompass a number of different things. You've got dirt bikes here in different various shapes and sizes. You've got four-wheelers, and then also those mini bikes and pit bikes that I referred to previously, right? And those are the small bikes that are usually red and black in color. They've got really large tires, and again, those are made for off-duty usage. Now, it's important to point out as you look at these pictures here, you'll notice there's some dirt bikes on here. There are some dirt bikes that are meant for on-road usage, right? These are not it. If they're not equipped with signal lights, a headlight, a stoplight, turn signals, and so on, if they're not equipped with that stuff, they are not allowed on the road. So I want to make sure that that is clear. Also combating or helping us combat this problem is Air One. They come out in the majority of our details, and they are exceptional at spotting ATV operation, and they are crucial in the success of our detail. They're out there quite commonly following the ATVs from a elevated position, and while they may be able to hide from us, they are certainly not capable of doing that from a helicopter. So that's huge. So if you're out there, my message to you, if you're out there, operating those ATVs on the city streets, is to stop. All right. If you get caught riding around on the highway with an ATV at this point, you're looking upwards of a $3,000 fine. All right. Now, we do understand and appreciate the use of recreational vehicles. We all enjoy them ourselves from time to time, but it needs to be done in a responsible manner, and that is not done on the city streets. If you have an ATV or you want to use them, there are areas that you can go for the legal operation of such, or if you have private land, you're welcome to do that there as well, just not within the city environment. It is far too dangerous, and there's been numerous problems because of it. We've had fatalities at the use of these ATVs. We've had numerous incidences of property damages. Parks have been destroyed. We've had golf courses destroyed and so on, and it's not going to be tolerated. This is one of the most common complaints that we receive here at the police department, as well as the mayor's office, and the days of reckless operation of ATV are officially over. So word of warning to those of you that are interested in riding those on our cities. It will absolutely not be tolerated. Now, for those of you that are watching this that are part of the Neighborhood Watch programs, thank you very much for taking the interest. I know that this is a nuisance. I know this is a problem for you, and I assure you we are doing everything within our power to put this to an end. We have heard you, we understand you, we empathize with you. All right, so what can you do for us? Again, I feel we are only as successful as those that support what we are trying to do. So if you are able to locate any of these four-wheelers, dirt bikes, mini bikes, etc., if you can get an address for us or obtain pictures of those operations with the operators, please email those over to me. We'll have a dedicated email set up shortly for that purpose. In the meantime, please send those to myself. My email address is tblake, so TBLAKE at syracusepolice.org. Again, that's tblake@syracusepolice.org. I look at every one of those complaints that come in. I file them, and each time our detail goes out looking for these ATVs, we do go check on those. All right, and if you want to follow up on a particular ATV that you've observed, I'll be happy to do that and contact you when we have taken that ATV off the streets. But again, want to let you know that we're very serious about this. We are actively working on it. We will have many details over this summer, typically weather dependent, but we'll be out there quite a bit. I anticipate a very successful summer, just as I have the last 2 summers. Our officers are eager to get out there and do it, and we're ready to combat this problem and finally see an end to it. Thank you for your time.